Hello, I wanted to make a quick little video and give a little bit more information about what Isabella Lives On is, what we're trying to accomplish with raising funds, what we need, and what we're trying to give back to the community locally, statewide, nationally, and I really believe internationally at some point in the creation of this organization. The biggest reason we're raising money right now is because it costs anywhere from $400 to $500 just to file for nonprofit status from the IRS. And then on top of that, I want to make sure we are, have a legitimate website with a .org domain name. I want to make sure that the people that are being so generous in donating are able to get the tax breaks that they're entitled to by making these donations. And the quickest way to do that is get our nonprofit status filed and accepted so we can get going on that. The other thing, after that's all done, the other thing that the biggest reason we are raising funds is for what this organization actually stands for. We are raising money to give back to families who have lost a child via stillbirth or infant death specifically. Now, I don't know if that will evolve at some point, but right now that is our primary focus. When families go to the hospital and their baby is stillborn, they come home, they not only have lost their child, they immediately have to plan a funeral. They have medical bills that start rolling in just as their grief process has maybe turned a slight bit of a corner. Then bam, you get your bills in the mail for thousands of dollars that you don't have. Like I've mentioned before, myself and my family was very blessed that our medical bills were taken care of. We had a beautiful funeral service. We had meals dropped off for weeks. We had anything I needed, I felt was really readily available to me. Unfortunately, that's not the case for so many families. A lot of people, they ask me, what can I do? What can I send? I don't want to overstep my bounds. You cannot overstep your bounds, I assure you. The only thing I would say to be very careful of is when we are so caught up in grief, we want to find a reason right away, and we want to say, your baby's with the angels, or your baby's, with the Lord, and I have my own personal beliefs and faith, just like every one of you, but we don't know what that specific person's religion or faith. You could be, imposing a Christian viewpoint to, a Jewish family or a Muslim family or an atheist family, and we just don't know. So that would be the only thing that I would be cautious of. But the love that is within all of us is definitely welcomed, warranted, always something you should do. Gifts that people will ask me, I say things that are useful. This mom, she's gone through labor delivery, maybe even had a cesarean, and so her recovery period is going to be pretty intense, mounted by the fact that she now has the grief to deal with of not having her child to get her through, in the depression that can come in pretty strong and intense. The average cost of a uncomplicated birth in the United States is around $18,000. A lot of people aren't aware of that. Now, I know that insurance will pick up quite a bit of that if you have insurance. But that still leaves you with anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 out of pocket for uncomplicated deliveries. That's not, if you used an epidural. That's not if you had a cesarean section. That's not if mom got sick in the hospital. That's not if there was complications requiring an additional surgery, such as a hysterectomy, such as follow-up medications. The postpartum period, after you have given birth, your milk is going to come in, and you're not there. You don't have your baby to feed. Some women, they want to pump their milk. They donate their milk to other babies in need, so there's supply cost in that. Some women don't. I myself did not pump my milk after Isabella died, and I worried about mastitis. Thankfully, I had a great team around me to help ward that off, but it is a concern which could require more medical attention, more another emergency room visit. So there's so many things that require financial assistance in this period. Funeral costs, on average, is anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000. Many funeral homes are gracious and provide the service and cremation for free if you choose that route. But the everything else, the tangible items, the casket, if you use one, the urn, flowers, any type of reception afterwards, all of that costs money. And all of that is something that you definitely were not planning on. And I believe this organization can really help to improve the grief process, and by taking a little bit of the financial burden off of many families. Well, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me on the Facebook page, Isabella Lives On. Don't forget to check out our GoFundMe link. Every dollar helps. Every kind word helps. Every gift basket donated for the silent auction helps. There is nothing that doesn't help. So please, please don't think that you aren't capable of doing something. Even a prayer is more than I could ask for, and I appreciate all of it. So until next time, thank you so much, and we'll be chatting soon.